じいさまだぜ。
我が最愛の魔女ベアトリーチェ。
って、
He does
よ
do
く
that
取
a
り乱
lot.
して叫んでたから。この肖像画が出てくるまでは顔の想像もつかなかったけど。
こんな薄気味悪い肖像画がでーんと飾られたら、そりゃ階段の一つや二つできて当然だろうぜ。音楽室のベートーベンの肖像画も、学校創立者の銅像も、みんなちょうどいい階段の音章じゃねえか。
確かにこんなに古風な薄暗いお屋敷でずっとこんな風雨の音を聞いていたら、そういう階段の一つや二つ生まれてもおかしくはなさそうです。
Yeah, who would have thought?
まあ所詮は階段、妄想、おとぎ話。
Are you sure about that?
取るにも足らない寝ぼけたうつけ者のざれ言以下ですが。
At least you're understanding of other people. Erica looked up at the portrait and smiled at it hostilely. As though she felt that the smile was disrespectful to Beato, Maria's face soured. Yeah, somehow I don't think Erica cares what Maria thinks.
ベアトリーチェはいる。そんなこと言ってるときっとエリカに魔女の呪いがあるよ。
おや、怖い怖い。魔女の呪い、大いに望むところですよ。
これでエリカが明日の朝変死してたら、魔女殺人事件の幕開けだな。
I wouldn't mind that.
おいおい、お前探偵なんだろ。探偵がいきなり殺されるなんて斬新すぎるぜ。
おや、それは困りますね。現場検証に差し支えます。
What?
なるほど、ノックスにも探偵を殺してはならないとは書いてありませんし。
What? Of course it's gonna get in the way. Oh my god. Why would he say it's impossible to kill a detective?
マリア、いいもの持ってる。
Oh my god.
ベアトリーチェの呪いを防げるお守り。
お守り？そんなのあるのか？
Here's a little scorpion thing. After fishing around in her bag, Maria pulled out a string of beads attached to a medal that had a scorpion drawn on it. It looked like a cheap prize from an arcade or something.
なんですこれ？
魔除けのお守りなの。効果は弱いけれど、これをつけてれば今夜一晩はきっとベアトリーチェの呪いを避けられるよ。
他にもクモの巣が魔除けに効くとも聞きました。
ベアとはきっと蝶の化身だからクモも苦手なんだね。
あれ、それは悪食島の悪霊が苦手な方じゃなかったっけ。熊沢さんが詳しいよな、そういうの。
魔女に悪霊？少し興味を持ちました。
Oh, so it's not third rate?
よかったらゲストハウスでもう少し話を聞かせてもらえませんか？
こちらが皆さんの傘です。外はまだだいぶ雨が強いのでお気をつけください。
Shannon handed out the umbrella she had brought. Everyone headed towards the exit. After that, there were none left standing in front of the portrait. A gold butterfly appeared. Then expanded out into a golden splash, it became a human form. In the hall, empty now that the children had left, Beata stood alone and silent, looking up at her own portrait. Without a doubt, the figure depicted there was like her as an image in a mirror. However, it felt as though its eyes and expression were just a little different from hers. From her perspective, while the person in this portrait was almost infinitely close to herself, it was just as surely a different person entirely.
あなたは誰なんでしょう。私にどうかあなたという人を教えてください。
Kind of brutal person. Beato had already finished reading the fragments from Featherine's archive, which showed the tales of all the games so far. However, the witch called Beatrice, who had been depicted in them, had been so vastly different from her. At the very end, it had looked as though that witch and Battler had connected just a little bit as rivals. But for the most part, Beatrice had just bullied and bullied Battler in nearly all of the tales. Even though this was about her, she had no idea why Beatrice had tormented Battler so much when she had supposedly been born for Battler's sake. All she had learned from Featherin's archive was that the former Beato was a completely different person who defied her understanding. Ain't that the fucking truth?
何があったのですか？私はあなたの卵、そしてヒナ。あなたの翼はお父様のためにあったはず。それがいつ片翼をもがれ、あのように変わり果ててしまったのですか？
She had listened to the conversation Battler and the others had just been having. Beatrice can't handle scorpion charms. Beatrice can't deal with spider webs. It wasn't as though she would like to touch either of those if she had the choice, but nothing bad would happen if she did. Was being perfectly fine when around those proved that she wasn't Beatrice. Even though it was about herself, she didn't understand at all. So she quietly gazed into her own eyes on the portrait. It felt as though the truth hid behind those eyes. Beato slowly approached the portrait, and then she lightly touched it. When she did, it felt as though the portrait rippled slightly. Yes, this is a doorway. A doorway to the long path that would lead her to the Golden Witch Beatrice. Beato felt dizzy. She lost her balance, feeling as though the world was twisting around her. Then she couldn't tell which way was up or down and was swallowed downwards. With a soft, watery sound, Beato was plucked into the portrait. Okay. The world inside the portrait was pitch black. However, there was nothing unsettling about it. It was a comfortable darkness, like when you put your head under the covers in bed at night. Beato realized this was a world inside herself. So despite the darkness, she felt a warm embrace. As long as she asked for nothing, this world would ask nothing of her. But she couldn't remain like this. She didn't want to spend eternity inside the darkness of this world. Yes, I need to hatch out of my egg. This darkness is the shell surrounding the gold butterfly called Beatrice.
私は生まれます。お父様のために、バトラお父様のために生き、尽くすために生まれます。
Like I said, I don't mind chick Beatrice that much. She seems pretty nice. She took her goal, her reason for being born, and put it in words. As if in response to those words, the seal on the shell began to melt away. Cracks appeared in the darkness, and a brilliant light enveloped the world. And so Beatrice was born. Where'd the portrait go? What? Who are you? There I stood along with another me. For a second I thought that the me in front of me was the real Beatrice, the one I wanted to be more like. However, she was looking back at me with the same bewildered eye, so I realized that wasn't quite it. That's right. I wasn't the only one born from that egg. She was also born. My twin? No, it feels a bit different. How can I put it? Both of us are lacking something and immature. Yes, both of us are chicks, but we are also fragments of the true Beatrice. It felt as though we could become the real Beatrice together. No one explained this to us, however we naturally understood. I decided to talk to this other me. Unless I get to know her and become one with her, I won't be able to become the Beatrice Father desires. In other words, the thing that Father wants me. and was so heartbroken to find missing must be something that she has.
こんにちは。
The Beatrice with her hair down looked at me dubiously several times, then finally spoke.
どうしてわらわと同じ顔を？
The true Beatrice also spoke in that manner. It looks like she really does have something that I lack.
さあ、それは私にもわかりません。
わらわは黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ。そなたは？
私もベアトリーチェです。後宮バトラに仕えるために生まれてきました。
わらわは黄金の魔女にして六軒島の夜の支配者。後宮バトラは知っているが、あのような小僧になぜに仕えねばならぬのか理解に苦しむ。
I realized that the thought I'd had a second ago, that together we could become the true Beatrice, must really have been true. That the person in front of me does have the part that makes her the witch, or a witch that which I lack. She does not possess the mission to live for Ushirimiya Battler's sake. She has what I do not, and I'm sure I have something she does not.
私たちはきっと二人で一人の存在なんです。
I assume the thing she's lacking is a love for Battler in that case.
双子みたいなものだと思います。
いいや違う。そなたはわらわの妹だ。
What?
わらわはそなたが生まれるよりずっと前からここにいる。
そうだったんですか。
I was born later. So does that mean the mission to live for Ushirimiya Battler's sake was born later on? However, I don't think my existence is something quite as faint and intangible as a mission. I have enough of a personality to think and act as I am doing now, so the witch Beato and I are separate people, both of us possessing the other lacks. In that sense, maybe it's fitting for us to call ourselves sisters, as she says.
私はあなたのことが知りたいんです。
わらわも知りたい。そなたもまたわらわであることは理解している。そしてなぜにそのような言葉遣いでありバトラに仕えねばならぬのか。そしてどうやらそれを理解せぬ限りわらわたちは互いに未熟らしい。
私は完全なベアトリーチェになりたいんです。
わらわはそなたが生まれるまでこれで完全な存在だった。しかしこうしてそなたが現れた今、そなたを受け入れるのがわらわの定めであるように思う。わらわもまたそなたのことを知りたい。
The witch Beato's tone was very slightly arrogant, matching with her proclaimed status as the older sister. However, since we both realized that we were the same person, there was no need to be unkind. This was probably because she understood that after meeting me, her current form was no longer her real self.
ここはどこですか？お屋敷のホール？あ、
Beato gasped. Her portrait wasn't there. In other words, did that mean that this was at least 2 years in the past?
そうとも。後宮の屋敷のホールである。夜はわらわの時間。そして夜の屋敷はわらわのものだ。金蔵の間抜けは相変わらずわらわを蘇らせようだの捕らえようだのと躍起になっている。皮肉な話よ。そのわらわはこうして堂々と毎晩屋敷を支配しているというのに。
あなたはここで何を？
体を失い、あの肉々しい鎮守の社により魔力もない。しかしわずかずつに日々魔力はよみがえりつつあるのだ。最後には見事復活を遂げ、あの金蔵を嘲笑ってやりたいぞ。わらわは見事そなたの檻を抜け出したとな。その笑いだけを楽しみに 夜な夜な徘徊して暇つぶしをしている亡霊といったところよ。
ご一緒してもいいですか？
無論。何しろそなたもまたわらわの一部。右腕の同行を断る左腕がどこにいる？断る道理もない。そなたを迎えようぞ、我が妹、新しきベアトリーチェよ。
ありがとうございます。お姉様。
こそばゆい呼び方だ。だが悪くない。さあ参ろうか。
I'm so
夜の
fucking
屋敷を散
confused.
歩しよう。わらわの退屈な日常を紹介しようぞ。
Are we supposed to... Is this inside, you know, Canon and Shannon's head? Like, do they pretend to just be Beatrice at this rate and ended up having a split personality of Beatrice as well? I don't know, some sort of coping. I don't know why you need to split Beatrice in half. Not sure. The two Beatrices changed their forms into two gold butterflies, flitting silently into the depths of the shadowy mansion. I mean, this whole thing is just odd. Because it doesn't really... I don't want to say it doesn't make sense. Because it has to make sense and on some fucking level. But at least right now it's just not really clear why it's showing this.
私は今でもそうなんですが、うっかり屋さんでよく物をどこに置いたか忘れたり、鍵をかけたつもりが忘れちゃったりとかして迷惑をかけてたんです。
昔はよく夏日おばさんに怒られてたね。
でもシャノンは途中から克服したんだぜ、その忘れっぽいの。
へえ、克服って
大したことじゃないですけど、こまめにメモを残すようにしたんです。大切なものはどこに置いたのかちゃんとメモして、日々繰り返すことはメモにチェックリストを書いてちゃんと点検して、それで
The problem with that is because I did go back a couple of chapters when we were at 4, and she said, you know, she had a good memory and was good at remembering stuff. She has a good memory, how can she be forgetful at the same time? Unless she's going to say that she wrote down everything, you know, Battler said, which would show another point that she was really into him, which is why the sin really affected her. It either is that or she's just lying about being forgetful and playing the long con, or that she's playing a character that is forgetful, or not, I shouldn't say playing a character. This personality of hers is forgetful, but her original body and original personality remembers a lot more than she lets on. So there's a few options there that don't quite make sense.
あなたはベアトリーチェを見たんですか？見てない？
直接見たわけじゃないんですけど、やっぱりおかしいことがあって。
She was talking about a certain summer night. It was when Shannon was doing the nightly rounds. From her perspective, it was a ghost story. From the witch's perspective, it was just the story of a little summer's night prank. But we saw in episode 2, or 3, 2,
我が妹よ。
that she did talk with her, though. which would understand that she didn't directly see her, because you can't see someone that's in your head.
そなたは人間の持つ半魔法の毒を理解しておるか？
いいえ、何ですか、お姉様。
魔女の時代はもはや遠い過去。万物を支配したとのたまう人間どもは我らの存在を否定する強い毒を持つに至ったのだ。
その毒は私たちには有害なのですか？
No, this toxin's good. This one's helpful to you.
極めて危険だ。浴びれば立ちどころに我らの姿を蒸発させてしまうだろう。しかし不幸中の幸いなことに我らの存在は未だ極めて希薄だ。そのおかげで毒の影響も甚大ではない。せいぜい一時姿を霞にされてしまうくらいだ。
しかし好んで浴びたいものではないということですね。
その通り。さすがはわらわ。理解が早い。
The older sister appeared to be haughty at first, but perhaps because she was so happy to have met her stubble and little sister, she was more than willing to teach her anything she wanted to know. The first thing she had taught her was that they were witches. A different type of being than humans. Beato had thought she wasn't a witch because she couldn't use magic. But apparently she was still a witch nonetheless. Then she taught that witch such as her, unlike humans, were bound by various restrictions. The greatest of those restrictions was the anti-magic toxin possessed by humans.
つまり簡単に言えば人間の視界に入ってはならないということですね。
その通りだ。人間の目は毒を放つものと同じに考えよ。奴らに見られるということは身を焼かれるのと同じことだ。それには劣るが、聞かれること、気取られることすらも毒を含む。
私たちは人間に近づくだけでも大変なのですね。
Wasn't Father a human? Why am I not burnt by Father's toxin?
我らが魔力を蓄え、それを人間も認めたなら、その毒は限りなく軽減される。すなわち、我らの存在を認めさせることが、人間たちから毒を失わせ、再び彼らの前に降臨することもできるというわけだ。
なるほど。今の私たちは基本的に人間たちのいぬ間のみに存在できるわけですね。
魔力がまだまだ足りぬわらわたちは、人影に怯え、物陰にこそこそと隠れる野良猫にも劣る存在というわけよ。
The main goal of the older sister was to gain a large supply of magical power and be revived as a great witch, strong enough to have no fear of the anti-magic toxin. For that purpose, she had wandered around the mansion night after night, striving to regain her magical power and reduce the anti-magic power of the humans. The powerful previous Beatrice, whom she had once read about in Featherine's library, had appeared openly in front of humans and had even toyed with them at will. According to her big sister, such a level of power was most impressive.
人前に堂々と姿を現し、魔法を自由自在とな。 わらわとて想像もつかぬ大魔女の境地よ。それがわらわたちの未来の姿だというのか。
はい。お屋敷の人間たちの前に堂々と姿を現し、魔法や眷属を次々に召喚できる、まるで絵本の中の魔女のようですらありました。
夢のある話だ。それがわらわたちの未来ならば、努力に励む張り合いがあるというもの。
そうですね。それでお姉様、そのための努力とこうして窓の鍵を開けて回ることにどんな関係が？
It was in the middle of the night. They were following behind servants who were checking the locks on the doors and windows. And undoing those locks after the servants thought they had locked them. It felt more like a child's prank than the work of the witch.
これこそが大魔女へ至る道なのだ。千里の道も一歩から。その一歩は下せぬ者の目には時にあまりにみすぼらしくも見えよう。しかしこれは偉大なる一歩なのだ。
With pride as though making the first step for mankind on the surface of the moon, the oldest sister undid the lock on a window with a click.
わからぬか、我が妹よ。
One step at a time.
これ式のことがなぜに偉大か。
いいえ、お姉様。よくわかりません。
The older sister closed her eyes lightly, smiled, and opened the unlocked window a crack. Cool outside air flowed in, making the curtains
あえ
flutter.
て人間の毒に満ちた言い方をしよう。本来この島に我らはいない。さらに言おう。今この廊下には誰もいないのだ。なのにこうして鍵が開き、窓が開く。それがどれほどの奇跡であり、魔法であり、そして我らが存在する証であるか。そなたにもこの風の涼しさがわかるはず。
わかります。涼しいです。
風の涼しさ、柔らかさ、そしてそれになびくカーテンが髪をくすぐる感触。そのすべてが我らが確かにここに存在することを教えてくれるのだ。
そして私たちが確かに存在した証をこうして鍵を開けることで示して残せる。
だから鍵をわらわは開けるのだ。
Of course, it wasn't just small pranks like opening a window. She could also smash windows and vases, or leave behind strange fires and mysterious scribbles. In fact, one time she actually did play a large-scale prank in the kitchen, piling up kitchenware in an eerie manner and leaving behind a bizarre scribble which scared the servants considerably. It had been a complete success. It had been truly terrifying, and she had succeeded in making the servants acknowledge the existence of magic, weakening the anti-magic toxin. However, she chose to make her presence known by unlocking windows. By doing this, she could release herself from the restrictions imposed by the human toxin.
いつかはわらわは、わらわとそなたは一つの魔女となり、六軒島のすべてを支配するだろう。 その時こそ我らは全ての自由を得て自在に羽を伸ばすことができるのだ。